What is up? What is up? Welcome to a brand new video. Today we'll be checking out a video that was dropped by Steel City Interactive. Steel City Interactive is a company that's making the game they used to call Esports Boxing Club, but they've changed the name now. It's now called Undisputed. We'll talk about that at the end of the video because I do want to get to this video that they dropped, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to listen to me talk about that first, but they just released a brand new video. It is one full round of gameplay from Undisputed. So we're going to check it out right here. There is some commentary over the video. I believe so. We'll look at it again, and let's see what the game is looking like now. And in the end, you guys can tell me what you think.
What is going on, fight fans? This is Edward from Steel City Interactive, and today we're going to give you one...
By the way, this Edward right here, this is Boxing Fanatico. If you watch his videos, you should recognize his voice. I believe he works with Steel City Interactive full-time right now, which is pretty damn good. The man has put a lot of time into this game, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. If there's anyone that deserves to be on a team, it's definitely him. He's dedicated his whole entire channel pretty much to boxing as well as this game. So that's the voice you hear on the video, and I believe he's going to be playing as well.
Full unedited round in Undisputed. I will be on the left using Nigel Benn versus my opponent, who will be using Carl Froch. I immediately test my opponent's aggression by going to the center of the ring, then backing up to see how far forward they will push and how many punches they'll be throwing. I notice my opponent is incredibly aggressive, so I'm throwing a lot of punches to the body and to the head to try to slow him down. I can see that he blew his stamina immediately.
Gassed already.
With the stamina bar depletion as well as his animation. I throw a few feints to further test his aggression, and I can see that he is still overly aggressive. Feints in this game can be used by using the block button to cancel your punch.
Good, so the same as...
mindful with the Philly shell. I'm trying to make sure I'm reading my opponent's punch rhythm and flow to make sure I cover each pocket. The Philly shell can be an effective tool as it blocks both the head and the body simultaneously. However, it leaves some pockets open. I then go into loose footwork and switch to the southpaw stance so I can give my opponent a different look, not only in switching to southpaw, but also changing up my tempo. One unique thing about this game when Orthodox is fighting a southpaw is that you can...
I think it's funny they changed the name of the game, but the ESBC logo is still on Froch's his trunks.
Actually have a leaf foot
I think it's funny.
Because the game doesn't force you to be in a straight line, you can...
I know, still alpha footage. It's not going to be there at the end. I'm just saying it's kind of funny, that's all.
Actually move your character within a radius while being in front of your opponent. This allows you to be positioned either on the inside of your opponent or the outside of your opponent, depending on where you move your fighter. Unfortunately, however, I was losing that lead foot battle to my opponent. I'm consistently paying attention to my opponent's punch rhythm, which is allowing me to catch a lot of his punches on my glove, shoulders, and arms when doing the Philly shell. I'm also ensuring to switch to full guard while using the head movement and the weave modifier to cover any pockets, or if I notice that my opponent is on a broken rhythm.
Just need more power. Need more power. Need more power on these shots. Especially when the stamina is low. Like right there. I mean, like you're making contact when the stamina is low.
I'm attacking my opponent while immediately returning back to the Philly shell. And I finish it with a step back straight right counter as my opponent continues his aggression.
I mean, these are some...
The directional punch mechanic not only allows you to change your punches, but it also helps you escape your opponent's attack at the same time.
And man,
at this point, I'm starting to notice a massive decrease in my opponent's output, and now I feel more confident to be even more aggressive than before.
See what I mean? Almost full stamina on Nigel Benn. Short-term stamina on Carl is very low, and you know we're not getting a rock. We're barely getting a wobble.
A powerful sequence, which is a hard counter to the body, which doubles up to the head, and a right hook to the head to end the round.
more power is needed for sure.
That was one full round of boxing in Undisputed. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And of course, there's going to be more to come just like this.
Okay. So, oh. That's very interesting. I haven't seen this. I'm gonna look at it later, I guess. But let's watch it again. I'm gonna watch it one more time and just take the volume off and just look at what's going on. And the biggest thing I will say as I'm watching it, I mean, of course, there's been improvements for sure. Improvements in the animation, the way the jabs and all that looks. Clear improvements. They're working towards a better finished product, that's for sure. Um, but I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you'd prefer, because like if you ask me, if it was just me, I prefer a game with more stopping power. You know, I prefer a game with where I know I understand the appeal of the rock'em sock'em style where, you know, shots are not stopping or halting the opponent, because then, you know, you guys can get into these big wild brawls and it's very enjoyable and it's very fun. And I know that's a lot of it's something that people like, but I personally prefer a game with more stopping power. You know, if you're winging a shot and I tag you clean with the right timing, with a cross or with a jab, you know, I prefer to halt you. You know, just more stopping power on the shots. I think that would make the striking just look cleaner, as opposed to just everything just colliding into each other. That's just me. You guys can let me know in the comments what you prefer. Again, you know, it's a video game that they're making for, you know, not for me. So, it seems people definitely appreciate or prefer this more like chaotic feel of the game, which is, you know, it's fine. I'm pretty sure there are multiple ways to find your openings. You know, you can stick and move. One more thing, I definitely think that the punch count is fairly high without the damage happening. You know what I mean? It seems like they're a bit too pillar fisted. It would be nice if there was more power, especially in moments where it makes sense, you know? Like if you're about to wing a huge right hook and I stab you right in the center with a cross, like I intercept you clean. You know, in a game like UFC 4, there's a vulnerability system where if you get hit at certain moments, you know, the shots do a ridiculous amount of damage. And I would love to see a system like that brought into Esports Boxing Club, you know, to reward good timing, you know, especially when the stamina is low. You know, in moments in the fight right here, Carl Frosch, whoever is using him, was just gassing themselves out. I mean, this is round one and the stamina is already so low and they were just gassing themselves out. But the risk of doing that isn't grave enough. You know, there's like the incentive to not gas yourself out to this extent, to not use up your short-term stamina to this extent. It doesn't seem profound enough. You know, it's like right there should have been a rock. There should have been like a clear rock where it's like it tells a player, okay, like manage your stamina. If you don't manage your stamina, bro, like you could easily get hurt, especially in a boxing game that's representing the sport of boxing, where these guys are very proficient boxers and very powerful boxers. We don't really see them so out of position like that, because they know the danger of it. You know, it's the danger of doing that is very grave. So just a couple of things to say. Overall, I think the game is coming up. It's coming up pretty well. Alpha footage. Always keep that in mind as we look at the gameplay. Yeah, you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below about the name change. You know, game was called Esports Boxing Club before. Something tells me that it was more like a knee-jerk kind of name. You know, like whenever the idea first came in, like we're gonna make a boxing game. Let's just call it Esports Boxing Club, and then we'll come up with a name later. And then probably what happened is, you know, that the name just stuck. We all got used to the name. We all started using the name. But as the game is getting bigger and more people are, you know, learning about the game now, and the game is getting very close to release date, whenever release date is, something tells me that the name Esports Boxing Club just doesn't work for him anymore, especially because in the name you've got esports, right? And so when you hear that, you're already thinking, okay, like is it going to be an esports game only? Is it going to have an online aspect? Is it going to have a single player aspect? Like what exactly is this? And, you know, when the game drops, how soon are we going to get the esports aspect of it? Are we going to start off, we're going to fly players in, have an event where they get to compete? You know what I mean? So I think going with Undisputed is better. It's smarter. Although, like, to me, when I think of the name Undisputed, like, I think it would have been better if they added the word boxing to it, or Undisputed Boxing, maybe something. Because when I hear the word Undisputed, I don't immediately think boxing. You know what I mean? I don't immediately think boxing. Actually, the opposite. I think MMA. I think it's because of UFC Undisputed 3, the Undisputed series. Maybe that's why I immediately think MMA. But again, that's just my opinion. All of this is just my opinion, man. Just let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think about the gameplay. It's good that they released full round of gameplay, not fucking pre-rendered anything, unedited, full round of gameplay. This way, players know exactly what they're getting. If you had a certain thought about the game, now you see what the game is looking like at this stage, so that your expectations can be reasonable. All right, so really good job on that. Really appreciate them doing that. Great job to Boxing Fanatical. You're doing a solid work right now with working with these guys. Again, congrats on the position. Pretty sure you're going to kill it, brother. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'm going to leave a link to this video in the description below. And I will see you guys later with a brand new one. As always, stay safe. Peace out. Have a good one.